I will make my grandparents proud, especially my Nana, because without her, I would never be who I am today.
How proud of yourself are you?
I'm very proud. It's because she didn't give up on me when everyone else did that I am who I am.
A bright spotlight now shines on UNCF All-Star Brey Waters.
It's like a dream come true because I used to always want to be an all-star.
But her story includes several dark turns.
It came to a point where I was like, I'm done with you. Go live with your mom because I can't handle this anymore.
The Riverview senior recently told her story in her own words.
By the time I had reached 7, maybe 8 years old, my mother started to get into drugs and it affected me early on.
Growing up, Brey had no contact with her mom. She was left to take care of her younger brother. She missed school constantly, and when she was there, she was always in trouble.
I was arrested all in my freshman year of high school. I had completely embarrassed my mom, my aunt, my family, and myself, as well as my mother.
She does refer to me as mom, and I just loved her through it all. Unconditionally, even though she felt like sometimes she disappointed us so much that we wouldn't love her, the love was unconditional. So that's all I did, really.
What would you like to say to her?
That you're my best friend.
What has she done for you?
She took me off of a path to destruction, basically.
In middle school, Brey was pulled out before getting kicked out. She was homeschooled. With behavioral and grade problems still, she bounced between high schools, attending Riverview and Leonard.
I was always involved in sports, and basketball was always my way out.
The grades had to be up, and her behavior had to be what we expected it to be in order for her to participate in basketball.
My dad and my Nana would always tell me, if you can't behave in a classroom, what makes us think that you can behave on a basketball court? So I was kind of like my threat, like if you don't do this, then you're not going to be able to play basketball, and I couldn't handle that.
With her Nana's guidance, Waters seemed to find clarity her junior year.
I finally saw my GPA and stuff, and I was just like, okay, this can't be who I am. And I've always wanted to be an attorney, so she would always be like, lawyers can't do this kind of stuff, you need to get it together. So then I was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do it for myself. I'll never forget my first and last game of my junior year at Brandon High School. It was in the very, very beginning of the third quarter, and I had 22 points and 12 rebounds when I came down off of a layup and broke my leg and dislocated my ankle. I remember being so heartbroken and feeling like my life was absolutely over. I have a scar, this deep scar. I was actually warming up before my game, the first game that I was able to play again, and somebody jumped on it and busted my stitches open. So it kind of had to heal on its own.
Did you ever come to a point where you just thought, why me?
I actually found myself in that point a lot, but then my nanny used to always tell me that it's part of God's plan, so I kind of just let it be in his hands, and now he's taken me to different places.
That place includes starting for her very first All-Star team.
1, 2, 3! It's amazing what she's overcome, and it's shocking that someone can go through so much and at a young age, and you wouldn't even know it.
I never imagined it, but she has pressed forward and kept her eye on the prize so she could graduate with honors.
I usually just think that, okay, even though I've had it worse, that's not an excuse to hold back my life. You should make it to where you don't want to ever put yourself in that situation again, so you have no choice but to keep moving forward.
For Bright House Sports Network, I'm Lindsay LaCourie.